So you mentioned Sonic as being the GOAT of NRS. Sonic's in your city. And obviously Sonic is the GOAT of NRS.
Very true. Undeniable.
It led me into having this question for you. Because currently, this is how I feel. If I had to name top three USA NRS players, it's Sonic, you, and Ninja. What do you think separates you three from the rest of the country? What do you think the NRS players need to work on as a mass in order to develop their skills? And what areas are they lacking in or should focus on the most to improve in MK1? Kind of a three-parter right there, but let's start off with the first one. What do you think separates you three from the rest of the country in Mortal Kombat?
Okay, okay. After I answer this, I do want to touch on the struggles some more because there were some crazy struggles, and I'll break it into
Oh yeah.
simpler, not like a long dialogue of each. Yeah,
Okay. No, for
but
sure. You
but as
more than
far
welcome
as
to go.
for first off, appreciate you thinking up like one of the best three out of America. Like America is
I
the
mean,
best
it's
region,
facts.
so it's like
It's just facts. It's
yeah,
just
because
facts.
America's like what people think Japan is in Street Fighter. Like people think America's like that in MK. We're like the best region because we have a high concentration of top players, and like there's people that are like people that will struggle to make a top 8 in America, but can go to like other regions and probably win that bitch. Like and as far as that as far as what people could do better, I think people just need to play more. Like it's people just need to like not be so it just sucks because that's what makes that's the difference in eras right there. It's a lot of ducking going on, you know. A lot
Oh
of people
man,
only want to play their homies,
everyone's ducking now.
and back when people were hungry, like for me, like if I if I think there's a beneficial me personally, if I find like there's a beneficial transaction going on between us playing, like I'm getting better, you're getting better, that's cool with me. Like I don't got to duck. Some people feel like, but this isn't to be Hollywood, bro. This isn't be Hollywood. I'll play anybody. But if you're the only one benefiting from us playing, I like I may give you some games to give you some insight on how to get better, but I got to put my time into sharpening my skills so that I can go beat Ninja Kill and Sonic, bro. Like you're not gonna be better, but like how am I supposed? You know, you can get a little piece of data from like even lower level players. Like you got to know how to beat all play styles. You might fight a dude who isn't known and he plays like shit, but for some reason you getting hit by everything. You're like, man, and then you just realize like, damn, I just suck versus his archetype of player. So you can learn from everybody, but I don't like playing people who are not willing to, learn. You know,
Do you feel like then the mass in the community need to be more willing to play games with more people, or like what?
everything. People got to be more willing to learn. People got to stop ducking. People got to stop being so close knit. Like back in the day, it was. I can't really speak for like MK9 era because I was still casual. But like back then, you were really like it was coast battles. You know, you would probably not find DJT grinding with Sonic Fox because they're from West Coast and he's from East, right? But all of Yomi, they were grinding within each other's groups, like CR. I guess the thing that's kind of crazy is how Sonic was beating all of CR without playing them like casually. I don't know. That's crazy. I think Sonic's the goat too because that dude, you can you can duck him all you want. That dude might still beat you. Like you might
Yeah, yeah. No, Sonic's
like
insane.
you're better off giving that full games than ducking.
He's legitimately the new Justin Wong.
Like like it's
That's who
and a
Sonic
lot of
is.
people when I'm playing Sonic in casuals, they're like, "Stop playing." I'm like, because I actually give Sonic a crazy run for his money every time I play him. Like me
Yeah,
winning
yeah, you do.
Evo was he was in my path, like
Or you beat him on your path to Evo.
at Celtic Throwdown, the
Oh,
only other major I've
that's
won, double eliminated
yeah,
Sonic. So I know what it feels like to beat
yeah,
Sonic.
yeah. Though that's what makes your Evo even more amazing is that you got through Sonic in the
Yeah, nobody
process.
wants to see like a bracketology win. Like pe- people want to see like a dude win, but he fought all the people that you thought could win too.
Fought the demon.
Yeah, like
He fought the
it's like,
demon
ah, he
himself.
didn't even get to play that dude. So can we really say he, you know,
Yes, no, for sure, for
like
sure.
that's
For
why
sure, for
Idom's
sure.
second place Evo run is the craziest run I've ever seen in my life. Idom's second place to Kawano, that dude went like 19-2. That was his record. Like he beat bro. Just does that not like a crazy statistic? Like I saw that fool,
That's crazy. It's wild.
and he
It's
lost to
absolutely wild.
Riot Heart. Like that's who put him in losers. Like that's a goat
Oh
too. Like let's not
shit.
get fucked
It
up. That's
is,
a
bro.
goat,
It
bro.
is.
Like
You just
fucking
don't. You
Guinness
just
World
don't
Records.
like.
But come on, we're not thinking Ryan Hart's gonna beat Idom that year. Like
No, not at that year. No way.
that was Idom's like we were witnessing Idom have his in his prime. Like we're like this dude doesn't lose to anybody. Like we're watching Idom, just some dude, quiet dude, just pull up and just smoke everybody. Like and then he goes 19-2. See him fight Daigo, smoke him. Keto, smoke him. Like anybody, it doesn't matter. Like and then that's what I'm saying. Like I forgot where I was. I ain't gonna lie.
What we were talking about. Well, I was asking you what what do you think are the areas that the NRS players lack in compared to you, Sonic and Ninja? Because I feel like when I watch them play, everybody else, like there's
Dude, I actually it's that's one of those
just
things that are so
there's
hard to
like
explain, honestly. You ever just
I don't know how to explain it,
you
but
ever
it
no,
just
no, no.
feels like you three are on a different
But do you ever
tier, like
feel
a
like
way
you
different
ever feel
tier.
like do you ever feel like some things are just like there's just certain people who just like
Got it,
yeah, not got it too is one of them.
but don't got it.
Yeah, there's just certain people who got it, and there's just it, it's like I feel like me and Sonic and like Ninja and like even like Combat, like I know players who got it. Like you know when
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember
I'm just listing you three. There's amazing NRS players that
nah, I
I
got
know,
you.
Michelangelo, Slayer. I know so many NRS people. It's all love, but obviously you got to give the credit where it's due between you three. I'm just trying to understand, like when I watch you guys play, the adaptation and the decision making, it's just pristine, and I want you to be able to explain to your audience, the people that watch you, like how is it that they can get to your level? Like what is it mentally?
You
When you say that you
I
got
feel
that
like the
dog in you, or
definitive
you got it
answer
mentally or not?
yeah, the definitive answer is, bro, you gotta play people who are better than you, always.
Okay.
You can't you gotta surround yourself around people that, they're hard to fucking fight. Like, you just like, I remember dude, I ain't gonna lie. I give him his flowers too. I credit Samij, bro. Samij, if it wasn't for Samij, there's no rewind, bro.
Wow.
There's no there's 2 people. Of course, there's a long list of people who, like, I can
Yes,
accredit to,
yes,
like, me
yes,
being
yes.
where I am, but, you can't go to a Hall of Fame speech and tell credit, like, fucking every little single like, you
No,
can. I mean, some people do.
you give
Some people
credit
do.
to the
Some people
ones
do,
that really had that impact.
but the one guy is Desda. That dude taught me frame data. Like, he was playing Bone Shaper shit on MKX, and he kept doing this move that was so plus, and I kept mashing, and I couldn't understand. He taught me frame data. He told me why I kept getting hit, you know?
Yeah.
And then Samij, that dude was one of the hardest. Samij is I could literally sit here and say today, Prime Samij was the hardest player I've ever had to try to beat.
Wow. Let's give someone his
Samij,
flowers for sure.
that dude used to piss me off. Like I used to degrade this man. Like I could not understand his decision making, and like some of his decision making didn't make sense. Like some decisions he made, like that he just saw that it kept working and he just kept doing it. He showed me like shit. Someone keep working, even if it looks ass, nigga, keep doing it.
Hmm.
You know, like if you can't anti-air, I'm gonna keep jumping. It doesn't matter if you think and jumping is scrubby. I'm gonna keep jumping. Like he showed me, like, damn, I just got to get better, bro. I can't beat this dude unless I start anti-air. Like like if I don't, and you jump at him, anti-airs you every time. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, so you can't jump at him. He jumps at me all day. Like, how do I stop this? Like, how do I beat this dude? It's like, okay, and then he has immaculate ground footsies in neutral. I'm like, all right, so I can't jump at him, can't beat him. Like, okay, my neutral was there with him, but like every time he gets a hit, he runs with it. Like every time, and then he jumps on me. I'm like, bro. So that dude used to beat me so much. I could literally sit here and say, Samij is beating me more than any player in casuals.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, like I think the moment I felt like I transcended was because Samij, dude, that dude, I used to complain so much. Like I couldn't stand the way he played. Like, but I kept playing him because I was just so addicted to trying to beat this dude. Like Samij was like the only dude I could not conquer in casuals. Like I used to. It's one thing to beat a dude in tournament, obviously that's where it counts. But this is the one dude in casuals where I'm like, bro, you just clearly. And when I play him in tournament, I lose too. So it's like, it's whatever. And Samij was like the only dude back in 2017 who could beat Sonic, bro, literally. And 2016, Samij was bro. That dude was insane. And I used to complain so much. Like I used to say he was carried by his characters, like all that, like. And he used to somehow deal with me enough to keep playing with me. And I got so good from him, bro. Like he made me so good, like without even trying to. Like he was just trying to play me because, like, for some reason, I don't know why he was playing me, honestly. And then my whole goal of playing him was so sadistic. It was just to beat him. I only
I don't
played
even think.
Samij to beat him.
Yeah, I don't think it's like sadistic, but more so of
A
just
challenge, bro.
yeah, that pride inside of you. There's good levels of pride and bad levels of pride. The pride inside
Yeah,
of you that feeds your competitive hunger to
that was it.
not
Yeah,
be
it was positive.
inferior.
It was
Yeah, it was
positive. It was
positive.
positive,
It's so you don't feel inferior. You don't feel like you just defeated as a man. You want to be able to conquer a
bro. Just
challenge
getting shit on, bro.
over and
Samij used to.
over and over. Bro, I hated
Samij,
Snake Eyes. He was doing that to me for a whole year at Wednesday Night Fight, second place for a whole year. I couldn't
bro.
beat him. It was just eating at my essence. Couldn't even like. How do you
Yo,
call yourself a man? The
the
same dude.
wordplay.
Yeah, bro. It's just he's destroying you. So, especially at that point when you're already loving the game and you have some, not some, but you have a lot of experience at this point, and you're considered a really good player. Somebody that just shits on you over and over and over again is
And shit's on you in
debilitating.
silence too, bro.
Yeah,
Samij used
yeah.
to never shit talk me, bro. Like
Wow, bro. And you're a
Samij,
clown too, so like you want to be able to like
Samij used to never shit talk me, bro. Like he used
yeah.
to like Samij used to never shit talk me, bro.
No,
Like, I'm
shout
pretty
outs
sure
to
Samij didn't
Samij,
even
man.
like me at one point, bro. Like
Hey, but
that dude.
have you told him
Yeah,
this too?
bro. I be telling him this. I
That's
don't tell him. I
wild,
don't
bro.
tell him it to this extent, but
No, no, for sure.
I tell him like, bro, like I literally tell people when I'm streaming sometimes, like, bro, credit to Samij, bro, because it wasn't for him, bro. Because those ass whoopings are engraved in me,
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like that shit. Like Samij knows it too. Like Samij nowadays, he talks a lot more smack because Samij is a lot more of a different person now than he was back then. Samij is a youngster too, bro. So Samij is only like he's only like a year or
He was
older than me.
also really good in Street Fighter
He's a
6
prodigy.
when
Samij
Street
was a
Fighter
prodigy.
6 was out. He was playing, I think I want to say Jury when the game first released, and he was putting some work
He's the
in on
second highest placing NRS player at Evo.
Wow.
2023. He's the second. It's the
For
first with Sonic.
for Street Fighter?
Street Fighter.
Yeah, yeah.
He got like 33rd or something.
Yeah, Samij
he
was on point.
Samij was playing. Samij, he literally would have won. I think. I don't know if it was just some random tournament or if it was like one of those CPT East events. But I remember there was one. I think it was just some online tournament. But Samij was giving Punk the business, bro. I was watching Punk get like he couldn't understand like why Samij was just playing like the way he was, and it was so interesting. I was like, damn, this man Samij, like I could see why he was getting tight though, but I was like, damn. I mean, Punk is Punk.
I want to ask what we've mentioned so far for the NRS community has been more so of the mechanical side of the game. Do you, because you said you look at some people and you're able to determine this guy got it, this guy don't got it. I personally feel like the got it is the mental. You can tell if somebody has the mental to be able to perform under pressure and when somebody doesn't have the mental for it. How do you think the community can increase their mental preparation and stamina for tournaments and just their hardening of their mind to be focused? Like, what type of mental preparation have you done? Sports psychology, anything like that, because we go through a lot of mental struggles being in this field. What has been something that you've done?
Man, I don't even know, man.
Because I
never really
don't
had a
mean
preparation.
I don't mean to interrupt, but it's
Oh,
like
no.
it's the difference between somebody being able to hit the game-winning combo or not. It's the difference between somebody whiffing a button and someone who doesn't. at the precise moment. So they don't understand. I always say they don't understand. Maybe you guys do understand. So I don't mean to come off like that, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like that is the most
You're just
important
talking
thing.
about anybody who's trying
Yeah.
to cross over to the
Yeah,
next
that
layer.
the
Yeah.
tournament, that next layer, that when you got it, it's because of the mental. It all boils down to the mental. That's the hardest part of being able to compete.
Yeah, some people got tournament demons that they can't conquer because they just can't get. They just so many ass whoopings. You just feel like you can't beat this dude. Like demons, you know.
And you never like, I mean, you said you were into sports, but you never uh studied on sports psychology or anything like that. You just kind of had that confidence about you.
Nah. So the thing is, yeah, I guess, like I have confidence. I just naturally do have confidence. Like I'm humble though, but underneath the humbleness, like I know I'm him. You know,
You
like low
have to.
key,
Yeah, you have to. You have
like
to.
I know that I could give anybody a run for their money when like I'm really like locked in,
Hmm.
and it doesn't even require me having to put in 12 hours a day. I feel like I could put in just I. There was times where I just got home from work and just like won a tournament. You know, it's like it's just that I don't know what it is, and I think it's also because I've been at that level. So like me not having as much time to play, like it, I'm still at that level. You know, I don't know what it is like. So I think honestly, bro, when it comes to mental and what people could do better to, conquer their demons or the nerves or whatever, it's just repetition. Sometimes it's just repetition. Like me, bro, I got like four ninth places or something in a row, and I was like, man, I'm just never gonna get top eight. Like, yeah, top eights were like where you wanted to be, right? And I was just so tired of getting ninth. You didn't get no props back then for ninth. I mean, you still really don't get props and still, but back then you don't get no props. Like you're just on you're just about to get props, and you're like, nope, I choked. So
Hmm.
and I would beat good players along the way to get ninth. Like I would take out dudes who could win the tournament and get ninth. And then like I'm like, wow, so I just beat these players for no reason. I just flew all the way over here for no reason. Like I got no bread. Like I'm over here like this, my team probably think I'm a waste of buddy. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
so when it comes to it's just repetition, bro. Like as sad as it is and as painful as the process is, like you gotta put yourself if you got nerves, well, you gotta just put yourself in those positions where you get nervous often and just keep putting yourself in that position so you just ain't nervous no more. Like, you just got to beat away at it. And eventually, like, if you got the determination and you're willing, like, some people, like, at the end of the day, some people can, like, go get smoked 100 times and win on the 101st time. You know,
Yeah.
that's all it takes. Like, some people, like, I think, like, some people, like, go, like, 15 years never top eight and like they just finally get top eight and that's all they need. All you need is to see one shot go through and you
Yeah.
just start making them,
Yeah. Yeah.
like the first time I got top eight was at Combo Breaker 2018. And once I saw the Combo Breaker 2018 top eight, I got Evo 2018 top eight. And then when I saw Evo 2018 top eight, I won Evo. And then when I saw one Evo, I got top eight SCR. And then I qualified for a five. Like it just one after the other. Like it went from I'm a ninth place warrior to the next year, the very next year. All right, I just need top eight one thing, bro. Like I just got one and it just kept coming. So
Yeah.
you just got to see one shot going, bro. It's just repetition, honestly. Like it didn't happen overnight for me. It happened. It sounds quick. 2015 to 17, going from a casual to a Evo champ. It sounds quick. I mean, it is quick, but like it didn't feel quick.
It's
Like
quicker. It's quicker than most. I can tell you that. I can promise you
it's
that.
quicker
It's
than
quicker
most,
than
but it
most.
felt overdue for me. I don't know why. Is that ego? I don't know. It felt like I knew where my skill was, and I didn't feel like my results were lining up with where I felt like me and my peers thought I should be. Like there was people thinking I should win Evo 2017
Yeah.
and I got 33rd. Like, there's people thinking I should have won that year, bro. So to win the next year, it felt like I actually I proved everybody right that I can actually be with those guys, because for a
Including
while it was
yourself.
just a
You
whole
proved
lot of hype. It
you
was a whole
proved
lot of
yourself
hype.
right.
There's a 20 I think 2017, you could consider Rewind overhyped.
Wow. That's crazy because I mean you've always
That might have
been
been the year I
strong
knew
from.
you. Or no, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I think MK11 was more when I met you, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2017, I was overhyped, bro. Like, I remember Pick the Hut literally posted on Twitter, Rewind's getting third, like, minimum at Evo. And everybody thought Pig's opinion back then was gospel. Like, they were just like, man, I'm gonna watch this dude. I crumbled under the pressure, bro. I got
Yeah.
reverse 3-0 twice. Like,
So you're essentially, I mean, you're saying the repetition, and repetition is obviously patience. That is the key word for repetition as well. It's rooted in patience, being able to do the same thing over and over and over again and keep striving and believing in yourself. I feel
and
like that
people
confidence
cannot
needs to
give
be
up,
there.
bro. people cannot give up, bro. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
you
You
can't
can't give
give
up,
up.
bro.
Yeah, you
Because
can't.
I
You
had
can't.
hella obstacles, bro. I
It's
literally couldn't. I couldn't literally listen though. I
yeah.
couldn't travel because I literally was broke. So I literally depended on somebody else to give me the money to go, whether it be a friend or a team or somebody who believed in me, because it wasn't coming from my parents. It wasn't coming from my parents, and it wasn't coming from me. And I was 15. Imagine trying to tell your dad, who's like, older generation. My dad was 62 when he died or something like that. Like he was an old dude. So when I started competing, he was in his 50s. So imagine trying to tell somebody in his 50s that I'm 15 and I'm trying to go to a tournament and a dude is willing to pay for me to go to the tournament, and it's in Texas, and I've never flown a plane before. Like, he said no. It took my mom convincing him to let me go. Like, so shout out, let me give my flowers also to Carlos, bro. Carlos was the dude who owned the team, that the first team that I was ever on, that sent me to my first tournament outside of state.
Mm,
So he sent me to Absolute Battle in Texas, and my dad didn't even want to let me go to Evo, bro. Like, my mom had to literally like tell him, like, this is gonna be a problem if you don't let him do what he wants to do
yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
My dad
Yeah.
was strict.
Old school
My dad was strict when he
mentality.
was alive. Yeah, yeah. He was like, bro, because he would see me play in the game of the tournament, but I never really brought any success home. Like, like, I
Yeah.
played
Same.
games,
Same with
but
my dad.
like I never, like, I started when the first time I actually won money from fighting games in a tournament setting was like 2016 in the online tournament. Like, I won like $50. I was like, damn, this is the most money I ever won. I've never had that much money in my wallet, bro. $50. Like, I felt balling. I was like a sophomore in high school or something like that.
Did your I can't quite remember. I don't think it was, but did your father pass away before you won Evo or after?
Before I won Evo, yeah. So
Wow.
no, 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 no. He passed away in 2020. He got diagnosed with cancer the year I won Evo. So
Oh, okay.
that was a big motivation too. Like,
Yeah.
when I'm
Yeah.
talking about struggles and obstacles, like, I was dealing with my parents not letting me travel. I was dealing with being broke. I was dealing with being a kid. I was dealing with never like flying before. Like, I was
Yeah.
dealing with
When your father just gets diagnosed with cancer.
my dad got diagnosed with cancer in 2018. And so he got diagnosed. So I go to Combo Breaker, get my first top 8 ever, right? Life's good. Next month, before CEO, parents, we're gonna go to the doctor real quick, and then come right back. They don't tell me nothing. There's no concerns that have been told. This is, we're gonna go doctor. I think it's a normal doctor appointment. He come home, they're like, we gotta talk to you. I'm like, keep in mind, I'm feeling good off Combo Breaker. CEO's around the corner.
Yeah,
I got a
life's good.
sponsor.
Yeah.
I got a sponsor. Like, I'm like, mom, I'm gonna start traveling. I'm gonna start. I got my first top 8. They seeing medals come through. Because in my first top 8 at Combo Breaker, I got top 8 at Injustice 2 and MKX. So it was like, yo, I got 2 medals at my first, tournament. And that was the first time I ever went to Combo Breaker. So the first time I was ever going to go to CEO also was in 2018, because I never traveled. Like, literally my own tournament was like Evo.
Yeah.
So they come home, they're like, yeah, your dad has cancer. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, all right, that's already devastating information. But then I'm like, all right, I'm still aware enough. Like, I'm 6. No, how old am I? I'm 17 at the time.
Yeah.
And 17, and I'm like, what stage? Because I know the stage of cancer that you're in is a huge determining factor on like how much life they damn near have to live, pretty much.
Yeah.
So they said stage 3. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, bro. There's just no way. How? Because my dad has always been like a super strong dude. I wouldn't say the healthiest dude, but he's always been like a buff dude, strong, but he was definitely like a dude who didn't go to the doctor, nothing like that. So he only went to the doctor when something was too late, like it was too bad that he couldn't just like go sleep, get over it later or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, they come home and then drop that news, and I'm like, damn. So I got to go to CEO. Like, I'm like, it's hard, bro. You're like thinking of all
Yeah.
those things while you're competing,
Yeah.
and I'm a kid. I'm like thinking damn. I'm like, so you telling me I'm not gonna have my dad when I'm like 20? You feel me? Like,
That's, yeah, man. I can't even imagine.
some people are very close with their parents too. So you couldn't. Some people can't even imagine taking away one of them.
Yeah, man. I'm very close to my parents. I don't know how I would respond
You feel me?
when that happens.
And
That's
think
gonna
about
be
where you were at 18,
I would just
17 actually. But yeah, so I went to
crazy.
Evo or CEO, and I got that was my first time ever going to CEO, and I was still going crazy, bro. I still, for some reason, I don't know why, tournaments, gaming has always been my escape, you know.
Hmm.
So like, anytime I go to the tournaments, for some reason, I've always had my best performances when I've had the worst shit in my life going on at the time. like
Man.
catastrophic. Yeah. I've always had like crazy runs. Like for some reason, every time I go to these tournaments, it's almost like everything else doesn't matter
Yeah,
temporarily.
yeah, for sure. I mean, kind of just use that as fuel as well to just,
Feel motivation, like,
yeah, yeah, motivation
and
for sure.
for me, I wanted to show like I actually managed to clutch it out and win Evo before he passed. And in the city, like I was still living with my dad, still in Vegas. Like I literally was like, I remember he called me. He was like, he didn't even know he was not watching the tournaments.
Yeah.
He just like, all right, good luck, and then that's it. Like, yeah, at that time, that in 2018, when my dad got diagnosed, he was still looking healthy. Like, cancer isn't like immediate. Like he still looked like the same dad that I knew before he got diagnosed. So he still looked normal. And he was like, all right, good luck. He ain't thinking I'm gonna go win it.
Yeah.
So he calls me. He was like, "So how's the tournament?" He was like, "I just left." And I was like, "Dad, like I won the whole thing." And then I couldn't even remember what he was saying. Honestly, like I couldn't remember. It was definitely excitement. You definitely couldn't believe it. And then the second thing he asked me was how much I won. Like the
Yeah,
second
of
thing,
course.
he was like, "How much we?" He didn't even say I won. He said we. Like he was like, "How much we win?" And then I think I told him like 9 grand or something like that. I had like no money.
Yeah.
Bro, because back then tournaments took an eternity to pay out, bro.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
I didn't get my combo breaker winnings till like the end of the year, and combo breaker happened in May. Like I got paid from Evo before combo breaker, like, and then so I didn't even I got money from combo breaker, but I didn't even have it yet. So I went Evo and I get 9 grand and shit, and then I'm like, damn, like that was the first time I ever touched. That was like money that just came out of nowhere. It was like, damn, I went from broke to still broke in reality, but a lot of people don't have 9 grand, like
Yeah, not at 17, 18 years old.
I
Yeah.
was 17, bro. So like I want Evo. And then I told him, and then it was crazy. And then for some reason, yeah, everything just kept and think about that, bro. Like dad got diagnosed with cancer in June. And then I win Evo in August. And then I get top 3 at SCR. The SCR was the tournament right after Evo for us. This was the next tournament circuit. So I didn't travel to nothing. There was nothing to travel to between Evo and SCR. So I go to SCR and I get sent to losers round 1 by Han.
Han Rashid.
Bro, he sends me to losers round 1, the tournament right after I won Evo. In his city though, like he lives in Cali. So like he sends me losers in his city. So I'm being looked at as like the West Coast GOAT right now, like it's Sonic and then there's Rewind. Like that's what 2018 was looking like. It was just me and him. That's it. Like it's like who's winning the tournament? It has to be one of those two. And then I go SCR, get sent to losers round 1. And then I go on a fucking crazy run and get third. Like I beat Han in the run back. I reverse 3-0'd like 4 people. Like it was disgusting. Like and then so then I get top A and then at IPS finals, right? The tournament that I won still to this day, the biggest bag I ever got, it was like 20K or something like I never had that kind of money. Like
Hell yeah.
so I won like 20K and then my dad's in his hospital bed watching me on TV
Wow.
because they actually aired IPS finals on ESPN 2 and 3 at the same time. So IPS finals was literally on ESPN 2 and 3. When I told my dad that, I was like, Dad, and the funny thing is you had to get top 4 to get on TV.
Yeah.
You literally they didn't stream nothing but top 4. So I literally told my dad before I went to the tournament, I'm like, I'm gonna get on TV for you. But I didn't even know that was the rule before.
You thought you were on TV already, like
I thought I was on TV the moment the tournament started.
yeah.
And then we get there and they're like, you got to get top 4. Top 4 is TV spot. We only got an hour. And then I told my dad, I'm like, fuck, no, I gotta get top 4. And I know I can't do that. I got grand finals.
Yeah.
So I knew I could do it, but it was like that additional pressure of knowing like, damn, my dad's in his hospital bed. He's not doing good. He was doing horrible. He was about to go into surgery. So I was like, damn. He was in the hospital bed, like had TV on the corner. You know how it's nasty in the hospital. Like it's in the
bro,
corner. It's like
yeah.
not even an HD TV. Like, so he put on ESPN 2 and he was like, I was watching you. I was watching the whole thing. I watched the whole thing. He told me he watched the whole thing, bro. So it's crazy that my dad wouldn't even let me travel 2 years prior. And then he was watching me on ESPN, like 2 years later.
Did you win that tournament or you got second?
I got second.
Who won?
Sonic.
Sonic.
So it was funny. He reversed 3-0'd me in winners finals to get winner side grand finals. And then he beat me. It was Joker, Batman. It was canon, bro. It was canon, bro. So yeah, it was crazy. So if anybody thinks like fucking they got struggles. Like you got, I'm not saying not discrediting anybody's struggles, but if you just think like, oh, like I just don't got the time to be good, bro. Like motherfuckers got no time that are good. Motherfuckers got kids that are good.
Yeah.
People got dying fathers that are still competing and are winning tournaments, So the only reason I said all that was to say like don't give up, basically, because I could have gave up, bro. I could have been like, man, fuck this. I got
I
too
gotta
much on
get
my
a
mind.
job. I gotta help support with the
I
hospital
got
bills. I got
yeah,
responsibilities. Oh, I gotta man up. All that. All that.
yeah, bro. Like just don't give up, bro. If you're really passionate about something, of course.